So I grew up on the south side of Chicago. I went to a technical high school, very competitive. It used to take me an hour on the bus to get to school in a totally different neighborhood. It was a heavy STEM based school. And I think some of the foundation, the strong foundation I got there is why I chose civil engineering as my original major and why I chose to go to the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. I thought I knew exactly what I wanted to do. And as I got into some of the subjects, I was intrigued, but I found that it wasn't my passion. After talking to my mom's friend, I realized that there were other majors, and landscape architecture was certainly something worth pursuing. And I went to that department and I shared what I thought I wanted to do and what I thought they wanted to hear. And the advisor said, I think you want to do horticulture. And being from the inner city, I had never heard of horticulture. I said, what is that? It was quite the transition. And I think, like some students do, they struggle with what are you going to do afterwards, right? So coming from an urban environment, what exactly would I do with this? I was always interested in business, and I married the two together. I took some business classes, but I also was highly engaged in my horticulture classes. And lo and behold, I found a professor who had both of those interests, and I started doing research. And I learned that I enjoyed asking questions. So that's, it was a convoluted, bumpy ride to get to horticulture, but it was one of the best things I ever did. And I'm so happy and excited to be at a campus that has an ag. So I decided to pursue a career in higher education when I fell in love with asking questions. And I saw the direct application that research that I did could affect businesses. And so when I saw the impact that I could work on real world problems and affect real businesses, it was something that I wanted to pursue. And so as I worked on my master's project and I saw the impact that that could have on businesses, I wanted to go further. But the more that I saw that higher education was about applying real world experiences, garnering and creating new knowledge, helping students, being engaged in your community, and creating and applying knowledge in that way, it was a no-brainer. It was something that engaged me and something I really wanted to do. There's so many wonderful things about Cal Poly Pomona. One, ag, to be here and to look at the Arabian horse farm and all of the things, wonderful things that are happening in the College of Agriculture, amazing. Another thing that attracted me was the warmth of the institution. Student success is big. And again, through my leadership journey, I knew that I wanted to be with and work in tandem with folks to tackle issues, to make sure that there were students who, once they came to our university, that we were dedicated to help them succeed. And I saw that in Cal Poly Pomona and what the CSU in general was doing. I feel the role of the provost is to understand the pieces and parts of the university, but to be an advocate for the academic mission, right? So all of the programs, majors, et cetera, student success. But the provost also should be bridging collaboration with other areas. And so although I'm an advocate of academic affairs, I also believe the role of the provost is to bring in student affairs. And I think in the pandemic, it's going to be even more important that we increase and elevate and enhance what is happening in student affairs. I think my leadership style is genuine and authentic. I am a value-based person. I believe in transparency, openness, fairness. I believe in listening. I believe in empathy. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't make tough decisions. I know how to do that too. But I lead with a place of care and concern for students, for staff, and for faculty, for folks who are engaged in this university. And then, I'm open to hearing and listening where faculty want to go and excel. I am open to hearing where staff want to succeed and excel, whether that's professional development, thinking about new areas of opportunity and growth, innovation, all of the wonderful things I know Cal Poly Pomona has been doing. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I'm humbled. I'm honored to serve as the next provost and vice president for academic affairs. And I am so eager to learn from our faculty, from our staff, and from our students to get to know, all of the wonderful gems and points of pride. And I'm ready to roll up my sleeves and get to work. So I'm excited.